Hey everyone, congratulations for building 3 projects now. Now we are going for something bigger, that is an artificial intelligence game. In this game we are going to develop a little part of AI by using the Python, in which the computer acts as a player and you will play against him. And this is the game that is going to be very difficult to play. You cannot win against the computer. And I hope you will enjoy this module and enjoy building that game. So thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I hope most of you are getting excited by the name AI. But for those who did not know what actually AI is stand for Artificial Intelligence. That's something like we humans think about what we have to do. In some situations like when someone is dying, you're gonna help them. And if there's situations like a common example that is bargaining. Someone suggests you a price and some shopkeepers give you a fixed price and you bargain, something like that. The events that are like have to be done in something else manner, but you think by your own and do according to your thinking. And that same thing, if computer performs, is known as artificial intelligence. Like if we put a computer in any situation and it perform any particular task by thinking itself. That is the artificial intelligence. A common example is a smart car. If you have a smart car and it's moving and he gets some traffic, he suddenly decreases its speeds and gets stopped. And if something is in front of you, he tries to not collide with that. That's something you can also think of that when computer thinks. And if you are a programmer, I think that most of you are already familiar with AI. And even 90% of the programmers start programming by thinking that they are going to develop AI one day. But one more thing, till now we humans did not able to get an ideal AI. The AI like the AI in movies, like in Terminator we have this Skynet, if you have seen the movie, the AI that tried to destroy the world. That's the proper ideal AI, which thinks everything by its own. The AI we have developed so far, like common example Siri, Bixby, they are just something that works on some instructions. They just find a proper instruction for the proper situation, but they not always think everything by their own. So that's something maybe you will develop in future if you are a good programmer and you have good skills and problem solving techniques, then maybe you will be able to. So in this module, we are going to use a little part of that AI. We will develop an algorithm by which the computer thinks itself a player and will respond to the, like we are playing with the, then he will respond to our moves and try to either tie the game or try to win the game. So that's what we are going to do here. And I hope you also try this. So thanks for watching and I hope you find this one useful. One more thing, if you Google out the applications of examples of AI, you will find a number of examples there. Maybe by looking at that one, you understand that what our AI is. Like here we have spam filter, smart email categorization. These are the common AI example that are in work, but not actually the ideal one. Also, sometime when you search something on your mobile, like you are going to buy some shoes on Amazon, you find that after closing that application, when you go to Facebook app, Instagram app, you will find the same thing in the product ads there. That's not the coincidence. That's the AI of that particular programs. And that's also, you can categorize as machine learning, but they are like the application is nearly same at that point. So thanks for watching for this video and I will see you in the next video. Hey everyone, so here in this video I'm going to give you a little overview of the problem, that what is our problem and what the game actually looks like. And this is not for you, like you have to solve this one. You have to solve this problem with me, so you will understand all the things happening here and the concepts will be more clear to you. Now here I have that program with this name tic.py, and when I run this one I will get you want to play again. I have not played even once. So here you will get this interface, welcome to Tic Tac Toe, and there you have this Tic Tac Toe here, in which you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 blocks there, each representing a number 1 to 9 here, beginning from 1. And when you enter any number there, like if I want to apply a strategy of first middle then corners, then I will do something like 5. I have my known here 5, then the computer made its move on this thing, that is on 1 2 and 3. Now it's my turn, then I will go for this one here, that is 7. So here 7, and he got, sorry for that, he got my move there because I'm going to add a here, then I have 2 options to win, but he terminates my move. Now I have to go for this one only, otherwise I did not have any option, I will lose. So here this one is the 6th, and here I have done 6, and as you can see again when I'm going to win here, instead of going for these 2, the computer has applied its 0 here on this position. So that's what actually the AI working here. The computer will not let us to win, and these are not predefined, you can even try by yourself, maybe you will win. So here I go for 1, he go for 2 there, then I have only one option left, that is 8, and you get the tie game. Again if I try to win here by playing this one again, 3, I go for this corner. Now I will try for this one and then this one, so that I will have 2 options and maybe 3 1. So I will go for this one, this is I believe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Maybe this time I will win, because if I go for there it has only option of this one, then I will use this. So here I have, that is 7, yes it go for this one, and 1, then 4. Here I win. You won this game, and literally this is the first time I won here with this game. I lost so many times, and rest I have tied this game with the computer. So that's the game here. I hope you will also enjoy this one, playing with yourself and with your friends. So thanks for watching. We will continue from the next video to work out on this game, and I hope you like this one. Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to have a look on the problem and try to build the algorithm for that. So here if you notice I have the game from last match, and here I have the notepad. Now in this module we are going to work in most practical way, that how actually and how properly the problems are solved. The past 3 projects are just to explain you how actually Python works for building the applications. Now first we will have a look at the problem. So if you notice, the first thing I notice here is he's asking for an input of playing again or not. That is input for loop we can say, and you can also define the same thing in your own words. Then we have this interface, but that interface is not actually a major task. But you notice there we have this figure, that is we can say that board structure. That is also not a typical task. The typical task here is, if you notice that we have input in this board structure, that is 9 inputs from this to this. So these places are actually not vacant, they are some variables. So we have to define the structure in a way that it will be an input for 9 values. So that's the second thing you notice there. After that, third thing, when you try to play the game, you actually notice that when I add a move there by entering the number, it convert that move to that particular position with the cross marks there. So we can name this one like user, we can say that user move instead of input. Then we have, as you have noticed, the computer move against to us. That's the thing there. Rest you will notice when I tie there with the computer, it shows me tie game. How did it get to know that it actually ties, and how it get to know that all the positions are filled? So the issues here is like we can say that free space. Is any free space? Then we have something like, we can say that winner. It actually decided that who actually wins. Like when I win here on this one match, when I win, he shows me X won the game. X is actually this one. So it actually calculated that who is the winner at that particular position, like on that current move, and he stopped. Then it did not work after that particular move. So there's something like decide, or we can say that post work after the winner, as this one falls on like after the winner he shows that X won this time, good job, like this one. So these are the main things I notice in this game. Maybe you notice more things than I have noticed there, and then that will also good and you will get some perfect output than mine. So these are the things. Now how to develop them? We are going to again write an algorithm here. That's actually not algorithm, just steps. And algorithms are also steps, you can say that, but they are a little systematic. We write the like rough algorithms here. So the algorithm for this one will be something like, first I need to design the board. I believe this is the first task, because before the input we require a board there. And also you can make this one like, first I have the input, then I will design the board. That's also something that is similar to this thing, like first either design the board or go for input and vice versa. So design the board, I have noticed the input first, so I'm going to develop the input first there. After designing the board, we have something like when we write the user's move and the computer respond to that move. Then before players move, like the computer or my move, there is a thing that either the spaces are empty there, like it has decided that all the spaces are full, so it write tie again. So we have something to check, like is this board is full or not. So is free space, we define something like that one. Maybe you understand this thing also, that is any free space there. Then after free space, when this get completely full, how did it decide? It decide that who's the winner. So we have also something like is winner, who is the winner, like the computer is winner or we are the winner, something like that. After that, these things done, we have the input board, input for 9 values, and the winner we have also decided, but here we have noticed this problem in the last, but that actually needs to be defined first. So after that, we have these things like player move, then we have computer move, this thing we have to work on. After that, this computer move will consist of the AI type like thing. Then we require the main logic, as usual in every program. In this one we also require main logic. The computer will not do everything by itself, we have to define that one also, because the computer will do only the things that we give him instructions of. After that, something like these things, that is, please select a position to place from 1 to 9, something like that. We can say that interface, and you can also name this at interface. Maybe these are the only things that we need to do in this problem, and we are going to work on this one by one. And if you have different algorithm, then go for your own algorithm. Maybe that will also work, and maybe that will become even perfect than this one, because there are some bugs in still in this program that I am going to give you as a homework. So thanks for watching. We will continue in the next video. Hey everyone, so now going for the algorithm, and in this video we are going to cover these two, that is designing the board and the input. Now, as I have told you, in this module we are going to work like the practical way that actually happens, not like the one we have done before. So whatever we need to do here, you will get that why functions are so important. So the thing here is, whatever we need to do here, we will not write that in the code. We will define the function for everything, and in the main code we will just call the functions, and then the function will perform their work. So first thing, we require the input. So we will define a function that is like something insert letter. Two things here you need to focus, like you actually don't know where to use this, where you are going to use this particular syntax of insertion any element in your code. So that's why we are defining the function here. If we know that where we need to add this particular line, we will not define function, but you have just my notepad, you have just write it the algorithm, and you get the first issue input. You did not know where to insert this input, because this one is going to be in main logic, but the main logic will be after these 6 problems. So that's why we need to define the function. Second thing, like we have maybe defined functions many times. I have done these things like define the function by a name that has no sense, but in this case we are going to develop every function that makes some sense, and particularly denote to that working of function. Like this insert letter means we are going to insert any letter in this one. So this will be any letter, that will be the parameter of this one. And for this input we require 2 parameters, not only just the parameter that is we have, we require another parameter that we call position, just by POS, so that it will not be lengthy. And why we require these two? Because the input that we are taking from the user, we should have to give it to a proper position. So this will be on the board. So like if I have entered 6 there, I have made 6, then the position in that case will be 6. It will insert the particular letter on the position of 6, and the letter in that case either may be X, that is this one, or the O, because we have only these 2 inputs. So letter is not the main input, it will denoting the user's value like 0 or cross, and this position is the main number that the user enters. So here the position of the board on that particular position will be equal to the letter. So here we have the letter. That's it about the input. One more thing, in this we did not require to return anything, because we just need that particular position will be inserted with that letter. Where is the letter? I have written the letter there. So we just need this thing. We did not require to return anything to any program or code. It just fill that particular position with the letter. So make sure of this one. Now after that we require the board, design the board. So how can we design that board? If you remember that board, I have cancelled that thing. Here we in that board we have something like 9 columns in which we can insert the values. So first thing you notice there, that all the 9 positions are the input. They are not just the position like any drawing, they are the inputs. So we need a list, something of like, you know, board, a list that may have positions from 1 to 9 where we can insert the values. So we will define a list with the name board, in which we have an empty string that may be 0 or and x. And what will we do? Instead of defining this again and again, we will call the loop in that list, like for x in range, and then range will be 10, because we need to work up to 9. And also 0 is not included because we do not have the position 0. We are working from 1 and up to 9, that is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 8 9. So an empty string for x in range up to 1 to 9, that is the 10, the limit there. I hope how I have defined this thing means that you understand this thing, that how I have defined this one. So this is simple if you try to understand this thing, that what I have done here. After that we have now the board. Then we define the look of that board, that how the things are there, like the rows and columns. So we will define a function that is like print and board. This one is also a good habit of when you have different words like print and board, then they make the second word first letter capital, so that it will be a little more understandable. Then we have the parameter, that is this board, the particular value of that board. What will we do then? We will try to draw that figure, like I use the strings, then 1 2 3 empty spaces, then this one, then again 1 2 3, again this one, and we did not require to define after that, but still 1 2 3. After that we need to give an input at every position. That is what we are, how we are going to give the positions, as like they act like a variable, not just only the position. And that will we make happen like first an empty string plus the board value, that is this one, on that particular index, that is we begin with 1. Then we have plus again this partition line, then we use something like board of, because on the second empty position. And let me also run this file so you can understand more. Here we have tic.py and sorry, python 3 tic.py. Yes, I want to play. So here you notice that this thing is the first, that I have made this. If you notice on every position there, like this one, from this part to this part, we have 3 these straight lines, that is 1 2 and 3, and the input when you write something like I write 3, then this one is on the middle position, not on the upper or lower one, it's at exact middle one. So I have first defined the upper line, that is this line. Then I have made this line, that is print first an empty string, that is this thing, this part on the left side. Then I have this input, that will be a variable, that variable will be board value at 1. Then I have again an empty string with this symbol. So if you have noticed, I have this symbol and on the both side I have space there. Then I have the second variable, which I will write just board of 2. Then I will add here again that particular symbol. Now we are here on this position, that is we also define the input. Then we have again a space in that one, this one also requires a space. Now here we have in this one, we have also make this space in this one also. Now again the variable, and that variable will be, you can add that one, that is board 3. Now close that print command, and again we require another line like the upper one that we have defined. So we need this one here, command C, command V. Done with that. So we have defined from this to this upper portion. After that we need a partition line, and that partition line will be like print and just this one, and add lines like 3 4 9 maybe 12, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, maybe that's enough. So now up to this one we have done. Again we require the same thing, so just command C whole part there, command V there. But the only thing that will be different in that case, now we are defining for this line. Here we have the positions, that is 4 5 and 6. So here we need 4, then we need 5, and after that we need 6 there. That's about the middle row. So now we have also done with the middle row. Then we have the partition. Now in the last row we did not have the partition in last, just we have this one 1 2 3 1 2 3, that's about this one, and then 1 2 3. Then we again need a line that consists of first an empty string, then we have our board on that particular position, and that position will be 7. I hope you are getting an idea that what I'm doing here. And then we have again this one. I hope in this time you understand better. So here we have on position 8, then the empty string with this slash symbol, sorry, this straight line that denotes generally over. Here we have position 9, also this plus symbol, otherwise there will be an error in the program. That's what we did not want to have one. Now we define this one also, just this symbol left. Like if I write here for 7, again this one is on middle, I have the last one row empty. So just print, and the last row, that is 1 2 3, this straight line 1 2 3 straight line. Also this straight line is the shift plus the key above written in Mac and above enter on Windows. So done with that. So here we have also defined the board. You can also print this board by just calling the function here print board. Now save up to this part and go to our algorithm. So we have done with the input, we have designed the board. Now we will move for whether this space is free and the winner. So continue in next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.